Brendan Iribe, the CEO, co-founder of Oculus VR.
So talk a little about Facebook and what that has opened up for you guys post-acquisition.
So Facebook is an incredible partner. We got a chance to meet Mark and talk to Mark about our vision, where we wanted to go, show him a demo, and he got just as excited as us and really shared a lot of the same vision of where we want to take VR, which we founded Oculus on the principle and kind of mission of getting VR into the eyes of as many people as possible. And with Facebook backing us, much like you think about something, say Android getting backed by Google, what would it be without Google's backing? I mean, Oculus would have been a great company, standalone, on its own, independent, and gotten out there. But with Facebook's backing, we're supercharged to get out there a lot bigger, better, faster, and hopefully at a lower cost to consumers, which is great for everybody. So our vision of getting it into as many eyes as possible and getting it into as many homes and experiences as possible, and also driving the quality bar, both of the product itself and the experience, but also of content. And that's what we're really on a mission for here, is delivering incredible VR experiences. And we're just supercharged now with their backing to get it out there.
And speaking of experiences, that's all that E3 is about. Talk us through some of the new games you guys are showcasing here.
Sure. So we're showcasing Lucky's Tale, which is a platformer. It's a game that you may not normally think would work really well in VR. People think VR and they think first person, and I'm going to be like running down hallways. And that's what we first thought when we first got into VR. And then we realized that running down hallways in VR while you're sitting in a chair was a little intense, especially if people are shooting at you and you're rocket jumping or something. It's not something you're used to doing in real life. So you need to slow everything way down. And a platformer, like kind of a Super Mario Land world, where you're able to jump around and control this little character, turns out to be a really, really fun experience in VR. With the gamepad, it's almost like you're controlling this little real toy character that's running around this world that feels real to you, that you're able to look at from a third-person kind of God mode view. Instead of being first-person, you in the world running around, you're controlling this little toy character that's running around. And it's incredibly compelling. You feel like it's a real toy, and you can lean into him and look at him, and if you stop for a second, he'll turn and look at you, and he'll stare right in your eyes, and he'll kind of wink at you, and you feel this connection to the character now that you could never get on a 2D monitor.
What are some of the other games? I know Alien Isolation is one that stands out as a non-VR experience, but what does VR add to that?
So Alien Isolation, it is a console VR, traditional game on a 2D monitor. And in VR, suddenly it becomes incredibly scary. I mean, when you think about 2D monitors and horror movies or scary movies or dramas, games that have some kind of scary aspect or dramatic aspect to it, there's some level of kind of personal threat that you can feel when you're staring at a monitor. But it's actually not that deep. When you suddenly are in VR and you look around and you really get this sense of presence, you believe you're there, and then suddenly you hear something off in the distance, just that sound in a dark environment is threatening at a level that you haven't felt before. But it's exciting. It's, you do know that you're in a game, so you try to remind yourself it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. But as that sound, maybe an alien, kind of gets closer and closer to you, and you're moving around this kind of spaceship scene, and there's this alien lurking around you, you can really get an incredible sense of adrenaline and kind of threat to you. It's very exciting. It's a lot of fun. We're hearing people scream. We're hearing people, take it off and go, oh my God, I've never felt like that before. That was incredible, And it's not jump scare. It's not like something's jumping out at you. It's this thing lurking around. So it's a lot of fun.
What are some of the other games you guys have here?
We also have Superhot. Superhot's a game where it's essentially a game all built around bullet time. So if you think of the old, kind of Matrix bullet time, which was a really cool special effect that got brought into movies, now in the game, you can actually experience bullet time yourself. And how that works is when you take the gamepad and you're moving around this world, if you move, suddenly time moves at a normal rate. And so if somebody shoots at you, bullets are shooting, and if you're moving, the bullets are moving really fast. But as soon as you stop moving, then the speed of which the whole environment is going slows way down. So the bullets slow down into bullet time when you don't move. So then if you see a bullet coming at you, you can suddenly let off, don't move, and then you can watch the bullet and you can move out of the way so the bullet goes around you and you hear it in your ear, you hear it kind of whiz by your ear, and your goal is to dodge these bullets in bullet time as you work through levels. So it's a very slow-paced game because most of the time you're watching bullets whiz by your head. And in the future, I think they showed off a trailer where you can take out swords and you can cut the bullets while they're coming at you. And it's, for the first time, you're going to be able to truly experience bullet time, like you're there, which is awesome. And it's something that we've all dreamed of since we saw Matrix.